being honest with you. I think you don't want to tell us what happened because you're scared.
I am scared. I am scared, but I don't remember exactly what happened. I know something happened.
But I don't believe you. I think I believe you know exactly what happened.
I want to tell you, I just don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how Ryan goes from coming over to get something to drink to being dead. That's what we're trying to get at. So we're trying to get that in between because there's a lot missing. And we're going from him coming over, touching your thigh, to bleeding out and dying in your house. That's what we're trying to get the in between. And I don't think you're telling us everything that happened that night.
This is 34-year-old Katie Haynes, nearly 12 hours into an interrogation that would unfold over the course of 2 days.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Oh, I don't know what did that.
Okay, take a deep breath for me and tell me exactly what happened.
Laying on the front porch right now. He's not breathing. I don't know how this happened. There's blood all over his chair. I don't know how this happened.
Okay, I'm sorry, you said there's blood on the chair, is that correct?
It all began here in rural Florida, where Katie Haynes lived with her step-grandfather, Ryan Sistrunk. Because of the frantic nature of the 911 call, the first deputy to arrive on scene was prepared only for a medical emergency. Dispatch relayed that an elderly man was lying on the front porch and was believed to be deceased. What dispatch did not relay was that Katie had already made a statement suggesting responsibility.
Oh, I didn't know what did that. I didn't know what did that.
So as the deputy approached the quiet property, defibrillator in hand, he did not yet realize he was walking into the aftermath of a homicide.
Sheriff's office, anybody here? Sheriff's office, anybody here?
Dispatch then directed him toward a camper at the back of the property where Katie had been living. And that's when the gravity of the situation began to escalate.
Sheriff's office, anybody home?
Yes, ma'am, they're here. They're here. All right, yes, ma'am.
Is there another way in?
No, sir. No.
This is the only way in. You can have EMS approach. He's not responding.
As other deputies arrived at the trailer, it became clear that this was now a crime scene.
We need to have crime scene route, most likely.
Yeah.
She said anything?
It is important to note that the position of the body was such that deputies and medics on scene were unable to see any visible wounds, leaving medics unable to rule out a natural death.
Did y'all see any obvious injuries? I just see blood everywhere.
Trauma?
I didn't see it. Yeah.
But once the medic began questioning Katie, the situation took an unexpected turn.
Why are they laughing?
What's that?
So, why are they laughing?
That's how we deal with trauma.
Hey, so when was the last time he was seen normal? Or when was the last time you saw him alive?
Last night.
Last night. What was he complaining of?
They couldn't fuck me.
He couldn't fuck you.
Yeah, if you want to know the truth.
Okay, no, that's fine.
He was referring to medical. Did he have...
Not that I know of. I mean, he was a smoker. I mean, as far as medical, I don't know.
Did he have GI issues?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what GI issues are.
How long have you known him?
Since I was 10.
Since you're 10? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. And he wouldn't complain of, like, stomach pains? He wouldn't complain of...
Not to me, was it? No, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Well, sorry for the loss, okay?
That bizarre exchange was the final attempt to understand if the death was natural. Once that possibility was ruled out, deputies asked paramedics to leave the property, as this was now officially a crime scene. And as the first round of questioning began, it quickly became clear why this case would stretch into a 12-hour interrogation.
So, Katie, what happened?
I was here last night.
Mm-hmm.
He stays up there. I had a few drinks. I guess he got himself something to drink. But then he came back here.
Okay, stop wiping your face for me, okay? You have some blood on it.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
You do. So, just... You were having some drinks.
Yes, and he came back here. And at first we were talking. And then he wanted sex.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point he forced himself on me. And I don't know how that happened though. I don't know how it came to that.
Did you have sex with him?
No.
You said he forced himself on you.
No, No, I fought him off.
You fought him off?
Yes,
How did you fight him off?
I don't know how it came to that. I don't know how it came to that.
Okay. How much had you had to drink?
I had, I'm pretty sure there's probably nothing left. So I had, about 10 shots is what I had.
You were drinking liquor?
I was. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
How do you know him?
He was married to my grandma back when we were younger.
Okay, so he used to be your grandfather?
Yes.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Ryan Sistrunk.
Can you spell the last name?
SISTRUNK.
Hey, Yude. Yeah. Can we come get some pictures of her real quick? Yeah. So how long have you lived here?
Here at this spot, I've only been here a few months. When we were younger, we were here for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we moved back with my mom. But
Get some overall pictures of her real quick.
oh, man. Is it a bunch?
No. She's got some blood on her forehead.
I literally just woke up and I did not know it was like
And a scratch under her chin.
that. Back here. And you have a scratch on your chin, you said?
Looks like she has one on her neck.
Oh, that's a scar.
Oh, okay.
That's a scar.
Okay. Do you have any? Can you feel any pain or anything?
No. I mean, I have something right there, I
Yeah,
guess.
she's got some blood on her nails.
Any on the palm side? Okay.
Okay. Is this the stuff you were sleeping in?
No, I just put this on.
Yeah, I saw you put that on.
Yeah,
on
I just put pants on.
Okay. So you said you had about 10 shots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then last night was around what time?
I'm not sure what time it was. I know we both went and got something to eat, but it was still daylight when that happened.
Mm-hmm. Y'all had already been drinking?
No, not when we went and got something to eat.
Do you know about what time you started drinking?
Probably when we got back, because I know when I got mine, he got his. So, and that was right before it started getting dark, I guess.
So you had about 10 shots alone?
I stay back here
Yeah.
myself, and he stays up there.
So y'all had about 10 shots, or you had 10 shots, he was drinking in his house, and then at some point, you don't know when, he came back to your house.
Yes, sir.
Did he knock on the door or what?
No, he just hollers. I mean, he hollers when he comes up on the porch.
Okay, so he just yelled?
Yeah, he just yelled.
And you came out?
No, I didn't come out. He came in.
Oh, he came in the house. And then what happened?
He sat down. That's why all the covers are on the floor. He sat down.
And where did he sit?
In the
recliner chair or like?
Yeah, in the one over there closest to
To the
kitchen.
door. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what?
We were talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point he forced himself on me. Tried to, anyways.
Do you know how long he was here before that happened?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So at some point did he actually touch you or did he just suggest it?
No,
He touched you? Has this ever happened before? It has? Have y'all ever had? Okay. So he tried, and then what happened after he tried forcing himself?
I put myself off, but I didn't know it was like
You fought yourself off?
I didn't know
Can
it
you
was
like describe how you fought yourself
I don't
off?
even remember, sir.
You don't remember?
No, sir.
Do you remember what happened when he left?
No, I woke up back here in the room, and I came out and I seen him like that. I did not know it was like that. I didn't.
Do you remember going to bed, or so you just remember him forcing himself on you, and that's the last thing you remember? Next thing you know, you woke up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next step is we're having detectives come out. They're going to talk to you. We're going to have a crime scene unit come out. They're going to take pictures. They're probably going to collect your clothes. Okay.
Okay.
And then they're going to get a more formal statement from you. Okay. Because there's a lot of questions that I couldn't answer. So if you could try to rack your brain and figure out what time, think about what happened after he assaulted you. Try to be very thorough. Okay.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
Yes, sir.
As you can imagine, this first interview placed investigators in an extraordinarily complex position. Katie is suggesting responsibility for the death, but she's also claiming self-defense and asserting that she blacked out during the killing. In Florida, the difference between first and second-degree murder comes down to premeditation, a mental state that can be extremely difficult to determine, especially when a suspect claims to have blacked out during the killing itself. At the same time, Katie is also claiming self-defense, which introduces another layer of complexity under Florida's well-known stand your ground laws. Under that statute, a person who is lawfully inside a dwelling has no duty to retreat and may use deadly force if they reasonably believe it is necessary to prevent imminent death, great bodily harm, or the commission of a forcible felony. In other words, if Katie can establish that she reasonably feared great bodily harm, she may not be criminally liable at all.
I know. No. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
But despite the legal complexities surrounding Katie's confession, Katie was not formally detained, perhaps to make her feel more at ease for the oncoming questioning, which would be exhaustive.
Do you want to sit in his truck where it's warm?
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's warm back there.
I'm about to say.
And you can leave the door open if you want. You can vape. Just blow it out if you don't mind. She's in my back seat. Can you just watch her from here?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I'm Detective Grubbs from the County Sheriff's Office. Okay.
Katie's first interrogation at the sheriff's office lasted 4 hours and 39 minutes. And much like her initial interview, she continued to suggest responsibility for Ryan's death without ever fully explaining how it happened, remaining firm in her claim that she blacked out during the killing. But while detectives exhausted their efforts to obtain a confession, they did uncover some highly suspicious information regarding the sexual nature of Katie's relationship with her step-grandfather.
So what's you and Mr. Ryan's relationship like? Because obviously you've known him since you were a kid, correct?
When we were younger, me and my sister, when we stayed there, when we were kids,
Katie begins the interview doubling down on the allegations of abuse. While the audio is redacted from the interrogation, Detective Grubbs reveals Katie's statement in his arrest report. Ryan had abused her in the past as he her and her younger sister multiple times when Katie was 10 years old. The history of abuse is obviously crucial to the narrative that Katie was acting in self-defense during Ryan's death. But that account is much more complex than Katie is letting on.
Do you give us consent to just check and look in your phone? Okay.
After Katie consented to having detectives search her phone, detectives discovered text messages between Ryan and Katie, suggesting that they engaged in mild forms of prostitution. After leaving Katie to sit in a state of hyper-agitation for 15 minutes, Detective Grubbs returned with copies of the text messages.
So why is there text messages between you and Ryan about he can grab this or do that, but nothing else? Like grab a breast or your butt or something?
oh yeah, like he said that if I didn't start paying up that I would have to pay up other ways. Like if I didn't get money, he would have to get other things in return. Hence why I asked my dad, which I usually don't ask anybody for anything, but that's why I asked my dad for the money, so I wouldn't have to do that. That wasn't our agreement. I mean, staying back there is his mom's place. She let me stay there, and she's actually been helping me out with my phone bill and stuff. He's got it before, but he said that if he was going to start helping, if he was going to keep helping me, I would have to give him stuff, and if I was going to stay there, I would have to come up with $150 for rent each month, or he would have to get something. And so I paid rent for this month.
So you never had that kind of agreement with him?
Mm-mm.
Or ever did that before for money or a ride or anything?
No.
But that claim was not true. Just 90 minutes later, Katie would contradict herself.
I can say there were a couple times back then where I call him up and ask for money, and he'd grab a boob or whatever, grab my ass, stuff like that.
While the effects of childhood abuse cannot be understated, it is hard to overlook a pattern of sexually charged exchanges that Katie initiated as an adult. This tension will surely be in the heart of every juror when Katie is put on trial. And as the detective probed further into the details of that sexual relationship, Katie would give us one of the most fascinating moments of the entire interrogation.
Do you know if, y'all had any type of sexual intercourse, oral, vaginal, any type?
I don't think it got that far. I mean, I don't remember taking my pants off. I wouldn't have taken my pants off after that. So my pants were off. So I don't remember.
Were you injured anywhere?
Other than my hand, I don't feel hurt anywhere.
Why's your hand injured?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what that is or where it came from.
For nearly 15 seconds, Katie avoids making eye contact with the detective. This shift in behavior draws renewed suspicion to the injury on her hand. And while we can only speculate as to why Katie wouldn't make eye contact with the detective, we do know that the detective would later recall this moment as significant, especially in light of what emerged the following day.
Didn't you say your hand was sore yesterday?
Yes.
No. How'd your hand get sore?
Over the next 20 minutes, the detective applies increasing pressure, culminating in this exchange, a moment where Katie begins to suggest that she may remember more than she had previously acknowledged.
I feel like there's something that is clicking. You don't 100% know what it is. I feel like there's something in there that's clicking. I can see it in your eyes.
I don't know for sure, and I don't want to. I don't know.
No, what was that? You say you don't know for sure.
Just. I don't know. I just keep seeing myself going towards the back. I don't know if that was after all of it happened or before. I don't want to remember. I don't know. No, I can't.
What goes through your mind when you are trying to remember?
Trying to figure out how in the world I did this, what happened. I'm thinking of things that are in the living room that could have made so much blood.
With yet another denial, Detective Grubbs decides to leave the room. Katie is then photographed and swabbed for DNA as investigators reassess their strategy for the next round of questioning. This time, detectives refocus on the sexual nature of Katie and Ryan's relationship. To do that, they bring in a female detective who specializes in human trafficking.
Wednesday, December 11th, you text him, okay, 1 ass grab to pay what I owe, and then 1 boob grab to pay for what I would like, question mark. Only thing I ask is that you don't Turn it into a big thing, please.
I've now called him.
He says, okay, he's doing something on his game, 5 minutes. He says, fine, you'd rather do everything inside the house, so just let me know when you are ready for me to walk over.
Yeah, no, he went to the store, and then I went to the house. I went up to his house. When we got back, I went inside. He didn't come over there.
And he said, just remind me to stop at the bank, I'm getting money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't come back there. When we got back from the store, I went inside and grabbed my booze, and then I went home.
Then that's it, you just walk over there, you just go like, just one grab,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't do anything else?
Mm-mm.
Like how long?
I mean, he
Right.
really does, but no, he never pushed it.
So basically, he'd get you alcohol if he could just touch you.
Yeah.
So my primary job at the sheriff's office is human trafficking, which is not what this is, obviously, but I'm getting to why I'm telling you this. So the majority of my detectives' caseload is girls who've been through significant trauma, right? And we spend a lot of time talking to them and a lot of time making sure that they understand that they are not being blamed for, one, what has happened to them, and two, what they have felt the need that they had to do, right? You get put in a situation, you get backed into a corner, you're traumatized, whatever the case may be. We do things that we wouldn't necessarily do if everything was going perfectly, right? For the last however long you've been up here and talking to Detective Grubbs, I've been going through your phone trying to find something that helped us understand what happened, right? I can tell you from going through your phone that you have a pretty strong sense of moral just from some of the conversations you've had where you've told people you won't do certain things, and you know you'd rather work for the money, and I commend you for that, because that's not easy, right? Like, we find ourselves back into a corner and we find ourselves down on our luck and desperate people do desperate things, and you, from what I can tell, have not done that you would rather work. You know, I saw the text messages about trying to get a resume together, and text messages trying to find work, and text messages trying to keep your crappy, excuse my language, ex-boyfriend in line, right?
Yeah.
All of these things. And so you find yourself at Ryan's, Rhino, whatever you want to call him's place, and you're trying. My concern is people like him take advantage of other people when they know that they're down on luck, they're desperate, right? And so, you know, you tried to maintain peace, and you tried to keep the status quo, so you had a roof over your head for you and your adorable cat, by the way. You know, and so you've done all these things, and he keeps pushing a little bit farther each time that you guys have some sort of interaction. And obviously, he pushed a little too far last night. The issue that I'm having, and I don't say issue like there's a problem, but the issue that I'm having is obviously something happened, right? Like, we don't typically, a normal day to you is not going to wake up to someone deceased on your front porch, right? And so what I'm trying to figure out, and what we're all trying to figure out, is how we got from the point of I went to go get Mexican food, good choice by the way, to we were drinking, I was watching Netflix, to we were drinking, he tried what he tried, I went to bed, I wake up, he's deceased. There's a lot of holes in that. And so we're in a position where we can't help you unless you help us help you. It's like that. What's that stupid movie? Help me help you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Such a cringy line. But regardless, like, we can't help you if you don't help yourself, right? And so if you can help us fill in some of these gaps, ultimately it helps you. Because right now it just looks freaking weird.
I don't know what happened, though, to make it this. Like, I mean, I know what happened, but what exactly, like, what happened at that moment, I don't know. I want to know.
What do you mean, you know what happened? Like,
I mean, I know what led up to everything as far as night and what he wanted, but whatever altercation or however it was that I got away. I don't know what happened at that moment. I just know I wanted to get away from him.
That's absolutely that's what we're trying to tell you. Like, you didn't, what you're saying, you did not do anything wrong. It's not your fault. It's understandable. We're not here blaming or anything. Okay? We're not. I've been very cooperative with us, so we've tried to be patient and transparent. We just, obviously, we're all trying to figure out what happened and fill in the gaps. Okay?
Or you have some time to think.
Yeah,
So you can try to fill
a
it.
question and
I'm sorry.
No, it is not you. It completely. I'll think of it.
Do you need more coffee? No? Do you need some water?
How did I make it?
No, it's good.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Try to give you a little sugar.
You don't have to
I'm
lie.
tired.
I
I was going to blame the coffee machine.
It's fine. We'll get you some water. All right. Thank you. We're having a very hard time explaining how any of this happened. And, you know, I relayed what you told me, right? There's just this gap, right? And if it is a gap because you don't want to talk about it, or is it a gap because you were ashamed, or is it a gap because you were embarrassed, or it's a gap, whatever that may be, I need you to understand there is nothing you can tell us that is going to make us go, I can't believe she did that. Because if what you're telling us is true, right, then if something happened, then it was you were defending yourself. So we just need to figure out why. I know.
I know, it's really blank as far as what happened when I tried to get up and get away from him. I don't know how all that blood got everywhere. I don't know what happened. I want to tell you, I want to know, because I'm sitting here trying to figure it out, and it's really, I don't want to keep thinking about it. Sure. But I don't know. Like, I don't see what happened. Okay.
While the female detective attempted to connect with Katie emotionally, Katie remained unwavering in her claim that she had no memory of the killing. And at that point, investigators made a critical decision. Katie was released.
So one thing you should want to make sure you do know is you're free to go. Okay, you're not detained. If you want to walk out right now, you can. Okay. We just want to let you know that. So.
By then, detectives had gathered enough information to consider detention, at the very least on a lesser charge. But inconsistencies in Katie's account, particularly regarding the sexual nature of her relationship with Ryan, raised new concerns. Investigators began to suspect that Katie may not have been fully forthcoming, and that she could be withholding details relevant to a more serious charge. At the same time, Katie had no job, no vehicle, and nowhere else to go. Rather than detain her prematurely, detectives shifted their focus to the evidence itself. And the following morning, they received the official cause of death from the medical examiner.
You're Katie? Okay.
When the Violent Crimes Unit arrived on scene the previous day, they documented what they described as a disturbing and chaotic environment. Ryan was lying on his right side with the palms of his hands pressed together and tucked underneath the right side of his head. Ryan had both bright red and dark red blood along his entire body, which appeared fresh. Underneath Ryan, there was a pool of coagulated blood which covered the entirety of the porch floor. However, it would not be until the following day that the medical examiner would formally determine the cause of death, when he, quote, discovered a puncture wound approximately 1 inch long and consistent with being stabbed in the upper left side of Ryan's neck, Dr. Coyne determined that the cause of death was due to Ryan's inner and outer jugular on the left side of his neck being punctured, which resulted in him losing a significant amount of blood and ultimately dying. With that determination, investigators obtained a search warrant where they found a silver butter knife covered in dry red blood from the blade to the hilt of the knife. Investigators now had enough evidence to move forward with an arrest, and when detectives contacted Katie to inform her of the medical examiner's findings, she agreed to come in again, but this time she magically remembered flashes of Ryan's death.
Started having flashes. Flashes of memory. That's a good thing. It's starting to kind of come back. It can be overwhelming.
Detectives began this new interrogation with sympathy, trying to support Katie as she gave her emotional testimony.
Okay. So, now it has been a while. Tell me what happened.
All I'm seeing is flashes of something happening. At one point, I'm seeing myself in front of him, and I don't know how. I don't know where it came from, or what exactly it was, but I just remember, like, cutting him. I don't know what it was, and I don't know how I got it, but I just keep seeing that.
While Katie did admit to cutting Ryan, she still stopped short of providing a complete account of the killing, and the detectives began to lose their patience.
I'm telling you, if you be honest with yourself and just let it out, the more information that you're trying to hold in, it'll help, okay? Not only in anything else, but your emotional, it'll help you, okay? So we want to know the details of what happened. I know it's hard, but you gotta tell us, okay? You gotta talk to somebody about it, and we want to listen to you. And we weren't there, so we can only speculate what happened. But we need you to kind of tell us really what happened, okay? Can you tell us really what happened? Tell me, it'll get off your chest and make you feel a lot better, okay?
He got there. I don't remember exactly what was said, but I know that he was talking about it, and part of me wanted to just be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be done with it, so I figured I could go ahead and give him what he wanted, and so it would stop.
And what do you mean by that?
Whatever he wanted to have sex with him, whatever he meant.
That got you. That made you upset, didn't it?
I was there and I was going to, but I knew I didn't want to.
When did you pick up the knife?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know I was there and I didn't want to do it. I don't know after that, but
Do you remember what you used?
No, I don't.
You don't remember where you got it from?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I'm
sure I don't.
And make you feel better.
I would love to tell you, but I don't.
So, what did you do to him?
I don't know exactly. I know that I hurt him. I don't know.
Hurt him?
I don't know what I did though. I just know I woke up and he was there. And I remember being there and not wanting to do that.
For the next hour, Katie returned to her strategy from the previous day, claiming that she remembered next to nothing about the killing itself. Investigators, however, remained unconvinced, and at that point, the tone of the interview shifted. The sympathetic approach was set aside, and detectives began to press hard.
That's what I would like to know too, because I don't know.
Katie, can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I don't think you're telling us the truth.
I don't.
Because you have said to us that you don't black out drinking anymore. You remember all these details before, all these details after, but then you just draw a blank on when the incident happened. I don't think that's true. I'm being honest with you. I think you don't want to tell us what happened because you're
I
scared.
I am scared. I am scared, but I don't remember exactly what happened. I know something happened.
But I don't
okay?
believe
But
you. I think
though.
I believe you know exactly what happened.
I want to tell you, I just don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how Ryan goes from coming over to get something to drink to being dead. That's what we're trying to get at. So we're trying to get that in between because there's a lot missing. And we're going from him coming over touching your thigh to bleeding out and dying in your house. That's what we're trying to get the in between. And I don't think you're telling us everything that happened that night.
Katie remained silent in this position for nearly 50 seconds. This was her breaking point.
I'm not saying you remember every single detail down to the second.
I don't.
But I do think you know more.
I don't.
I think, and that's what we're trying to think. And I get that. I get not know every tiny little exact detail. Okay, that's understandable. Again, going through a traumatic event, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think you remember the broad details of what happened. And again, only you can help you, because if not, we're going with what we have, and you're running out of chances. Nobody else was there. It was just y'all two. He can't talk.
We're trying to figure out the why. Why it went down like it did. And you're the only one that can.
He's an evil fucking man.
I understand that. And that's what we're trying to figure out. The why he ends up dead. We want to know why you chose Saturday night to be the night that you stabbed him. That's what we're trying to figure out. The why.
I've never thought about that. You know, it's not. I don't know why neither. I don't know why neither.
Okay, then what happened that made you stab him?
Being there in front of him and him wanting me to touch him and do things with him.
Okay.
Where did you finally give in and stab him at? Because I know you know. I know you.
When I was down in front of him.
Mm-hmm. We want to know how it went from you down in front of him to.
I don't remember. I don't remember grabbing anything. I don't know what was grabbed. I just know that's when it happened. But I don't remember what. I don't remember how. I remember blood. But I woke up not knowing that he was there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look familiar to you?
Butter knife? How is there so much blood? Like I don't know because I don't have anything that could have done that. I have butter knives. I don't even have regular knives. I don't know what happened.
Did you say that's your butter? Would you say that's a butter knife you have in your house?
Yes.
So how did it get from your kitchen?
I don't know.
To there? You do know, and that's what we're trying to get at. We're trying to get the truth. Because you know how that butter knife got out of your kitchen and into the living room where y'all were. Only you know how. We can only speculate, but we need you to tell us how it went from point A to point B. Because you know that you did black out on that part. We're trying to figure out at what point did you decide this is enough and the knife come into play. That's a butter knife.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a lot of anger.
They're sharp. You're right-handed too, right?
I am.
You say your hand was sore yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd your hand get sore?
was going through your head when you were stabbing him?
It wasn't.
When you close your eyes, you seeing the whole, you keep replaying everything?
No.
Because I know it's not flashes.
I'm not seeing. I'm not.
Because you remember what happened.
How'd you make it fair, Katie?
That's not what I wanted.
You don't want any of this.
No.
That's what we're asking. You don't want any of this.
How did you make it fair? Because you know what you did. You didn't black out to the point that you don't remember.
I told you yesterday. Honesty is the only thing that's going to help you in this. The more you push it and delay it, it doesn't look good. I know you're scared. I know you're worried. I know you probably have a lot of emotions right now. But I need to know what happened that night in your living room.
Did you hurt him? You know. You know exactly what happened.
You're going to feel a lot better if you just say it. You just tell us the truth and get it off your chest.
Okay, were you sitting on anything? Was there...
I want to say I was still kneeling in front of him, or I don't know if I was kneeling or if I got up at some point.
Because obviously you came back. Did you allude and or say and agree to have sex or perform any type of sexual activity with him?
No.
And then came back?
No. He knew I didn't want to do it.
Okay. Here's what I'm trying to figure out is you going to the kitchen, but you came back.
I never said yes or no. I didn't want to. But a part of me that has grown accustomed to certain things, not with him, but just in general, for my personal life, I've just not spoke how I felt, just given in, done what they wanted, whatever, and just moved on, just so it wasn't an argument or fight, whatever it may have been. So part of me too was still debating whether or not I should just do it.
When did you decide?
When I got back and just seen him there.
Then when you saw that face?
And I didn't want to give him anything. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to touch him. I didn't want to keep that.
So he was wanting to have sex with you? Was he wanting oral sex from you? All of it. All of it. Everything. And you never pushed him off or told him no.
Although portions of the confession video are redacted, Katie's statements are detailed in the arrest report. Katie stated she did not plan to harm Ryan and did not know if she would use or stab him with the butter knife as she walked back into the living room, but wanted the knife for protection if she chose to stop or get away. However, as Katie got back in front of Ryan in what she believes was down on her knees as he remained seated in the gray recliner, she saw his face and became upset as it reminded her of when he sexually her as a child. Katie then became upset and took the knife with her right hand and stabbed Ryan.
Better I've gotten it off my chest. Yeah. Not good at all because how bad it is and what just turned out because it's not.
It's not who you are.
No, I did not want. It's not what I wanted to happen.
So now that we got through a lot of that, do you remember what happened afterwards?
No, after that.
Did he ever try and fight you, get the knife from you, anything?
I don't
don't know. I mean.
Because here's the other thing. I have a question. You went in there to get that knife for a reason. That it ends today. You're over it. Been a long time coming. It's not. How did he act? How was his face, and how did you act?
I don't remember. I don't remember too much of what he did. Pretty sure he didn't think that was happening. But I don't remember staying in there after. I don't remember staying. I don't know how long I stayed in there, but I just know that I woke up in the bed.
Just ran away, went in your bed.
Did he get up and move?
He had to have, because of where he was, I'm assuming.
Did you stab and run? Did you?
I mean, I don't know how long I stood there, but I didn't know that he was still there, so I didn't know.
And I understand in a situation like that, seconds feel like a lifetime. That's understandable. I was trying to figure out, and you've been doing really good now. So it's just while we're here, I've got this window, trying to figure out what happened afterwards.
I know I didn't stay there.
Okay.
I went to the back room and I stayed there. I woke up.
Why didn't you call anybody then?
I don't know. I didn't know that it was that bad until I woke up the next morning.
But you knew you just stabbed him. You didn't think
I didn't realize how bad it was. I didn't.
But you didn't think I just stabbed the person, maybe I should get him help?
No, I just ran to the back room. But I didn't realize it was that bad, or I would have. If I realized what was happening at that moment, I would have. But I didn't know it was that bad until the next morning. And as soon as I found out, I did call. But right at that moment, that's not what.
What's going through your head?
Yeah.
I got you.
Still can't remember exactly how and where you stabbed him.
No.
Because I'm honest with you, since you're honest with me, the stab wound on his neck.
His neck? Mm-hmm. No, I did not know it was neck. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I thought it was stomach. I don't.
But you said
I don't remember exactly what happened, though.
Well, and here's the thing. This is what I was talking about, broad details versus, I mean, you've already told me, right? It's just there's tiny details that you got a lot of going on. Adrenaline's high, auditory exclusion, which is where you can't hear things.
I mean,
that happens.
I know something happened, but
You were on your knees, correct?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say, did you maybe go for the stomach, and then maybe he was he leaned over at all?
I don't know.
You missed?
Stomach is what I'm thinking. So I don't know exactly how it happened, but I don't remember nothing about it. I don't remember. I know something happened. I see it. No.
Okay. You remember which hand you were holding the knife in?
I mean, I'm right-handed, so I would assume right, but I can't. That's just me assuming because I'm right-handed. I can't say that I remember it being right hand because I don't.
Gotcha. Now, do you remember a little bit better on why your pants were off?
No, I don't remember that.
You woke up in your bed, correct?
Yes.
How do you normally sleep?
With shirt and pants.
So you don't normally sleep without bottoms on?
Mm-mm. No.
And when did you move in back down there?
A couple months ago.
Couple months ago.
Yeah, a little before Christmas.
And you've never had sex with him before?
No.
Since oral sex or anything like that?
No.
Just him fondling you?
Yes.
And then during that whole incident, you never told him no, you never tried to fight and get him off of you, away from you, nothing. You went, you grabbed the knife, you basically insinuated you agreed and grabbed the knife just in case you wanted to and needed to stop him. But right when you saw his face, you made that decision.
Yes.
And stabbed him.
Yes.
Okay.
I never said yes or no to him, but I didn't say no either.
For where you live, how's it set up? Like, is the kitchen on the other side of the living room? Like, where's the front door?
You got the front door, little porch and front door. You come in and it's the living room area. Well, yeah, living room is an add-on to a camper, so it's a living room area. You go through and then you got the actual little living room for the camper. It's just a little small room. You got the kitchen. Go back, you got bathroom, and then you got bedroom.
Is there another exit out of there?
No.
No?
No.
What made you decide to get up and go to the kitchen versus going to the door and leaving?
I don't know.
Is it just the fact that your exit was the door, instead you go farther into the trailer to get a knife versus just hauling tail and getting out?
I don't know. I don't know. I have nowhere. I don't really have anybody to call where I could stay with someone, you know. It's always been there. And so part of me just don't feel like I have it somewhere else. I could have gone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never crossed my mind that I would actually be able to leave and be out from his grip. You know what I'm saying? It just, that's never, I wanted it, but it's just never crossed my mind to actually think that it could happen.
Did you feel like you're free after you stabbed him?
No, I don't feel like I'm free. No, I don't.
Free from him?
Yes, but no, because I'm not okay with what happened, you know? I mean, he was a bad man, but that's not what I wanted. It's not something I wanted to do like that. So, I mean, it's not, I mean, I don't miss him, but still it just doesn't feel right that it happened. And I'm not okay with it. I'm not proud about it.
It's just called a conscience.
Well, maybe
you know.
After that, detectives left Katie alone for nearly 4 hours. During that time, investigators consulted with the state attorney's office to determine which charges were most appropriate based on her statements and the evidence. Ultimately, they settled on second-degree murder.
You'll place under arrest for second-degree murder, okay? appreciate you now. I appreciate you cooperating and you finally being honest, not just with yourself, but with us about everything that happened, okay? It's the only way to move forward, okay?
Okay.
What makes this case especially compelling, however, is that at the time of this recording, Katie has not yet gone to trial. Not all of the facts have been tested in court, and we do not yet know how a judge or jury will ultimately interpret her actions. But the story does not end there. 4 weeks after Ryan's death, the court received a letter from his sister, and what she had to say would add one final perspective to an already complex case. Dear Judge Ashanafi Richardson, I am the sister of Ryan S. Estrunk, who was murdered by Katie Lynn Haynes. My brother was a strange man, a hoarder, very slovenly, but he was a good man. At one point in time when Katie and her sister Ashley, young children at the time, were living with Ryan and their maternal grandmother Treva, Ryan touched Ashley inappropriately. Within days, he started seeing a counselor and was subsequently arrested and registered as a sex offender. I do not know the entire story, but I do know how distraught he was. When the girls were returned to their mother, their fate was sealed. No good would ever come from their lives because their mother, Gypsy, was a drug addict and a drunk, and who knows what those girls suffered while in her care. Ryan also had a felony conviction for carrying nunchucks in Washington, D.C. These are the only times I remember Ryan being in trouble. After Ryan's wife Treva died, he went into a tailspin. He no longer cared for his home, his yard, himself. But through all of that, he tried to help Katie every time she called, and that was often. Katie Lynn Haynes, on the other hand, has been a bad person since her early teens. One time as a young teen, she became angry at her half-brother's father and subsequently accused him because he wouldn't let her do something she wanted to do. I don't remember his name, but I know he was arrested at his work. She eventually confessed that it was a lie, but the damage to that young man was immense. Her life of bad behavior continued through her life, culminating in the murder of the one person who tried repeatedly to help her. My mother, Ryan's mother, is 90 years old. She depended on Ryan to help her, and he did. Now my mother has to live the remainder of her life without her youngest child, and will have to live with the grief only a mother can feel at the needless death of a child. I implore you to sentence Katie to life in prison. She does not deserve to ever walk freely on this earth again.